Hey guys, what's up? I just thought I'd show you some of the pictures, posters that I have of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic that are part of my collection that I have hanging up currently in my room. So I wanted to start off here, or we'll start off right here with this one. This I got at my job. This is actually one of the promotional posters they did with the main six as sea ponies, and you might notice that there's a little bit of green. Let me move the mic a little bit. If you hear anything, I do apologize, but let's move it. But if you see like a little bit of green there, I don't know what that's from, honestly. And I do apologize if any noise was there with the mic moving. But like I said, I don't know what that green is. But apparently my poster is not the only one to have that. I've seen them bring this poster back out a few times, and it's kind of had the same thing. So I don't know. I guess when they made the picture or something happened. I don't really know. I guess what I'm thinking is it's supposed to be a reflection in the background, and they got it on Applejack a little bit. So I don't know. But still, it's cool to have. And then over here, this is from the Mega Mystery Power Box that I have. I think that's the name of it. Yeah, Mega Mystery Power Box that I have. This is Princess Luna. It's actually a two-sided poster. On the other side is Nightmare Moon, Luna's alter ego, and this is the other side. And I decided to put this side first, or only, I should say. I'll probably get the other. Here's the thing. I have various copies of this because most of my Mega Mystery boxes that I got came with a Luna tin, so I might just down the line get the Nightmare Moon one and put it up as well. But here we have Princess Luna. You know, like I said, right under this one. That's pretty cool. And then over here we have, of course, the poster itself, the one that was used to advertise the film, or one of them anyway. I got this around the time the movie came out, and originally I had this in a frame. A lot of you probably saw that during some of my room tours. And what happened was the poster had basically slid in the frame. It was like when I put the frame up with the poster in there, the poster was okay. It was kind of like straight for a little while, or for a while, and then the poster itself started to kind of lean a little bit, kind of like fall down a little bit inside the frame. And then the bottom part of the frame started to look like it was going to fall off, and eventually what was going to happen was the frame would fall with the poster and fall on stuff. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to take the frame down, and I'm just going to use what's known as post-ups, because that's what they're called post-ups, to put the poster up there and leave it like that. I had a bit of trouble keeping it up there for a while, but eventually it just finally stayed. And then underneath it, I just recently printed this out like moments ago. This was actually, you could find this on Twitter. Go to Kathy Westluck. I think that's her name. Kathy. Go to Kathy Westluck's Twitter page. Scroll down it, and you will see that she has a picture of somebody holding this picture right here of the main 7 in the recording studio, or main 8 I should say, in the recording studio, representing basically the voice actors and actresses. Basically, like, you know, Spike and is representing Kathy, Starlight's representing, I think what's the name, Kristen something. You got Twilight, you know, Tara Strong, Tabitha St. Germain, Rarity. Then of course you see how they got Rainbow Dash and Applejack together, because they're voiced by Ashley Ball, and the same with Pinky and Fluttershy, because they're voiced by Andrea Limbren. So what I did is I downloaded the picture, and then what I did is I pulled it up on the photos gallery, basically one of the photo software, one of the photo app softwares I have on my laptop here. I have on my laptop, as you could see. And what I did is I edited it, just like I'm going to show you one in a moment. I edited it to where I took the person holding the picture kind of out of the picture by, like I say, editing it down, editing it around it, and just getting the picture itself. And then I printed it out. So there you go. Got something basically that was at BronyCon, or was a BronyCon exclusive. So there's that. And then over here, even though this is in a frame, this is a cover from one of the IDW books. I can take some less light off it because of the sun, so hold on for a sec. It's still a little bit of a reflection, but I think, yeah, there you go. That right there is from one of the issues of the IDW book, where they were kind of paying homage to the styles of the 80s, and Rarity was kind of put in a situation like, you know, how is she supposed to deal with the fashion return of these retro like styles from years ago. So I put that in a frame, so that's put and hung up because I liked it. I liked the idea that they did a cover like that. And what we should have saw coming was it was this very issue, I would assume, that inspired the whole 80s trend last year during San Diego Comic-Con 2018 for Hasbro and the 35th anniversary of My Little Pony. In the retro styles, they would put the characters in for like merchandise, like toys and clothing and all that. So like I said, I printed that out and hung that up. And now we'll open this up a little bit. There we go. And then over here, I have all this. So long story short, I think I've explained this already in a video, but down there you could probably see a little bit of it. But right there, you see where I'm pointing, that little picture that's sticking out? That was the Sonic SatAM okay, that was a poster version of the Sonic SatAM 2017 box set, DVD box set that Shout Factory had released. What I did is I made a poster of it and hung it up using this right here, and what happened, I'm assuming, I don't really know what happened, but I'm assuming, as we were told by some of the people, one of the people that come in and inspect the house every now and then, like every year, we were told that because of the land that the house is built on here, like this is the back area right here, this is the backyard here, but the land that this is built on is kind of at a, almost like a diagonal a little bit, so it kind of shifts. So when the earth kind of shifts a little bit, it shifts the house. So I'm assuming what happened, I know I use that word a lot, assuming, I do apologize, but I'm assuming what happened was one night the earth kind of shifted the house a little bit, and it shifted it just enough to where this holding the poster, this holding the poster like this, because it was hung up like this, poster was on this end, what happened is it just fell. So I got to figure out a way to fix it later. What I'm guessing I'm going to do, I hope to do this week, because I got the next 3 days off, is probably hang it behind there using the post ups and just be done with it. But anyway, getting back on track here, these here I decided to finally put up as well. Long story short, I had downloaded these, I had downloaded some of them, and I could not print them out just yet due to the fact that we didn't have ink. Well, recently my mom, long story short, had to get some paperwork done for her school, for her job, because she goes back tomorrow. So we had to get some ink, and I printed out some things, and then I waited a little bit to print some more out after she was done taking care of her stuff. And here we have what I printed out, and what I have printed out here is really interesting. So the first two things I printed out are up here. This here was the promotional poster, or was the promotional poster for the 200th episode, that is, which was Sparkle 7 from this season. I edited a little bit to where I had to edit out the wording, the words "this Saturday," because that's what it said. It said Sparkle 7, and then below it said "this Saturday," so I had to edit that out. And then when I printed it, I had to carefully cut around to make sure it was there was nothing, just to make sure it came out, just to make sure there's no like white border around, because that's basically what it would have been. You would have had a white border if I would have just put it up the way I did, or the way I printed it. But if you can see right about there under Spike's feet, you can kind of see a little bit of white, because the thing is, I don't have one of those slicers they have at schools or at jobs where you just go, you put the paper down, you line it up, and you go chop like that. I don't have one of those. Maybe me and my mom should get one down the line, make it a lot easier. But anyway, that was the first thing I printed out, was the Sparkle 7 poster, which, like I said, I edited, and then when I printed it out, I cut off the white and just put it up like that. And then the next thing I got or printed out was this. This was actually, here's something you may not know. This was actually uploaded by someone, I think on Facebook or Twitter. I'm not really sure. I think it was Twitter, because basically what it was is somebody took a picture of the BronyCon Welcome to Baltimore sign that was displayed outside, I think, of the convention, or the convention center in Baltimore. So what I did, just like I did with the one I showed you with the main 8 in studio, with the main 8 in studio picture, is I downloaded that picture that somebody took of the BronyCon sign, and then edited out the background part, like the back of the building and all that, the brick part of the building, just centered around the picture, and then printed it out, and then just like with Sparkle 7, very carefully cut the white edges out to print it up like that. So yeah, even though, and I've said this before in a video, even though I didn't get to go to BronyCon, I was there like many that couldn't go in spirit, and at least I do have something to remember it by. And then, let me zoom out here for a second, and then right here, up here is something that I did. Up here we have, I don't know if come on, zoom in, there we go, focus, there we go. This is a picture of a scene from Between Dark and Dawn, which was the mid-season finale for this season, and it's a picture of Luna and Celestia coming into the into Twilight's castle, into the I guess the meeting room where they get assigned with friendship missions because of the map. So here we have a scene of Luna and Celestia just barging in, wondering, okay, what's next on the agenda, looking all, how do I say this, more just badass kind of looking. And some people and somebody posted this on a Facebook group page, and I think someone said, we need to get this in a frame, or someone needs to print this out and frame it. And a lot of people, I think, want to, and that's what I did. But what I did originally was, because it was, not because of the way it looked when I kind of looked at the preview for the print, I just made a small one. I just went a little smaller, if you will, kind of edited out the original picture and just printed that out about a week ago. So I kept it like that. But then what I did recently, because I had this picture up below the BronyCon one. But then what I did, because I was debating it, and then I decided, when I get the chance, I'm going to do it. Like I said earlier, after my mom takes care of her stuff for her paperwork for school, I was going to print out another version, a bigger version of this, basically the unaltered version, and that's what I did. And this is the bigger version, the more unaltered version, basically as I downloaded it off the computer. This is the original version compared to that one, because like I said, you can kind of tell the difference, that there's a little bit more imagery here. And what I did is I kind of just edited it here on this one because I wanted to focus more on Celestia and Luna. But then I decided, you know what, I'm just going to reprint it as is, as I downloaded it. And there we go. So yeah, I ended up getting two copies, two versions of the same picture. The other one is more smaller and focuses more on Celestia and Luna, while the other one does the same, but it's more expanded. It's got more imagery to it. So that was pretty cool. And then last but not least, if I can get around here, I have this, which I also printed out the same day I printed out the BronyCon and Sparkle 7. And what happened here is very similar to what happened with the poster over here, with the Sonic poster when it fell. The frame with the frame containing it fell. Same thing happened here, but it wasn't a picture that fell where this is now at. No, it was this, my speaker. So again, my guess is just like with the picture frame that had the Sonic SatAM DVD cover as a in poster form in the frame, just like with it, when it fell, I'm guessing and assuming the Earth kind of shifted the house a little bit again, and it caused this, the speaker, which was also hanging up, courtesy of what was those challenge things that they advertised. It was also hanging up by that, and it was hanging on there for a long time until recently, and then it just fell. So now what I had to do was place it on top of my Phoenix figure here, and I decided, okay, I need to fill that area, because underneath it, and I don't know if you could really see this, I'm gonna zoom in as best I can and slowly. You see that little white part on the top? Okay, so when you take off these challenge things, or these challenge stickums, if you will, that you use to stick the hook on, or that you put the hook on and then you stick on the wall, sometimes if you don't pull it off correctly, it takes off a bit of the paint and it leaves a mark. So what I decided to do was basically cover that up. And I was thinking, what could I do to cover it up? And I looked on my and looked at some of the pictures I had downloaded on my folder, and I noticed one that was promoting the movie, or at least an app for the movie featuring Luna, and I said, you know what, I'm going to get that, I'm going to print that, and that's what I did. And all I did to kind of get it to fit in there is, yeah, I cut out the white part, the white border part, but I also cut out the My Little Pony the movie logo and the advertisements for the apps, for the app stores where you could get the app that represented the movie. So yeah, I ended up printing another Luna picture, but this one representing the movie. And then of course I got myself a new Rainbow Dash ornament that they just put out recently, and yes, they are putting the ornaments out now. So yeah, that's what I did. But anyway though, guys, that's gonna be about it. Hope you guys enjoyed this little showing of the posters and pictures I have hanging up, featuring my centered around MLP. Let me know what you guys think down below. What picture do you think you like best? And I will talk to you all later, but thank you all for watching, and I'm out.